I don't know what happened. There's 1, 2 right here, and then the one that was taking the report that walked off. When I was trying to do the report, he got on the phone and went outside. He's trying to make sure to do the cover-up is proper, so that way he won't get in trouble for the felony he just committed right now.
Okay. And for the officers that are going to come, what color shirt, pants, dress you got?
I have navy pants on and different color shirts. It's like cream, navy, blue, and different colors. I just want to have my constitutional right to report crimes without police bullying me, violating me, arresting me, assaulting me for cover-up. I don't know why I consistently am mistreated and violated like this on a regular basis. Trying to keep my daughter as well as myself safe. Why would they enforce abuse and get away with it years?
Okay, I'll go ahead and get that put in for them to come take that report.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So if it's too incriminating, they can't take the reports. They're covering for it. They don't want it on body cam, so they normally set up for people to not help me to cut their body cam off because it's prearranged when I get in here. That's why they look on the board, have already pre-written reports, which is clear-cut felonies. Clear-cut over and over again. So the problem is problematic now because that's too incriminating, and they're not taking the report. It's clear-cut felony. Problem solved, just don't give her the report number because you're on body cam footage committing that crime. We don't want any evidence of all her reports because they consistently keep disappearing. We go in there, commit crimes, and cover up for it in the computer system. So since you have recorded all this evidence, you cannot give her the report, period. Because you have to commit your felony. That's too incriminating. So that's what he did, what he's being told. So now that I'm calling around on my phone, they've already been informed that these calls, I'm calling scammers. He don't know specifically for his interest if I'm calling scammers because it's clear-cut crimes. So he needs leverage to know, to confirm that he's not going to have consequences. And they're going to send other scammers out pretending to do a report where this won't get investigated. So he had to go outside and make sure this scheme was going to go the way planned so they can consistently keep getting away with their felonies with no consequences. So someone's responding to the call, now they're lying. They said officers already came out here. You saw the officers didn't talk to me. Felonies racking up, tamper with evidence. So now he's lying to cover for those officers did not do anything. They said, have a blessed day. They wouldn't help. But here's the thing, I have been staggering from police department distraught, experiencing this thing over and over again, getting violated, assaulted, arrested, mistreated, trying to beg for my daughter's life as well as my daughter's, my family's life. My son did get hit with a car. They can't find that and enforce that. It's not a joke to me, it's serious. And it was serious before COVID. But I was ignored before COVID and I'm ignored now. Like I tried to express earlier, when you dig a ditch for someone else to fall in, you fall in it. 3 or 4 criminal trespasses a day for me, multiple parties, church members, multiple parties sit there, witness, shelters, all kind of people sat there, witness, and did nothing. When you dig a hole for someone else to fall in it, you fall in it too. So they didn't have rights with COVID either. Am I basking on COVID? I'm just trying to make people realize the extreme of what they're doing. Because I haven't been able to convince people that this is sick for years. I want people to know the magnitude of what these people are doing. That's why I keep going over this over and over again, hoping someone with integrity will do something about this chaos that I repetitively keep experiencing. That's why I ask, how does value look in today's society? I know I already have marks against me from being black off the top. Let's be realistic. In addition to that, with a checkered past, that also takes value off too. You're of a financial status, that takes value off too. So I just wanted to know, what level do I have to have value and to have importance for someone to take this chaos seriously? Do you care about your family? Is this scary for your family have to live with the consequences of what these people are doing? I've said it repetitively over and over again, years. I just want to see my daughter. I just want to be around police to abide by the law. People at church, domestic violence organizations. I cannot find it anywhere. Period.
This is Ann. Do you need police, fire, or ambulance?
I'm calling the emergency line. There's a lot of people in the government that have become pathological liars. I've already experienced pathological liars at CPS. This police just lied. He already tampered with evidence in another report. There's multiple officers here that tampered with evidence at South Central Patrol. They've been doing it for years. They've even detained me out of corruption to cover up for child abuse and enforce it. And then they tried to do it at KFC too, but I was recording, and I guess they got scared because I was recording that again, and it was too incriminating that they did it twice. So they didn't do it again the second time. But today, I have an officer that just blatantly lied and said officers talked to me, and that's a blatant lie they didn't. They said they have a blessed day and left when I was trying to do a police report. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of why multiple police departments have taken my constitutional right away from me to report crimes. My son was hit with a car, and they will not investigate that and then try to prevent me from reporting that. Someone waited for him to take the trash outside, hit him with a car. Days prior, I went on a date, and that's not a normal thing for me. That I had went on a date, and I kind of felt guilty. I was like, "Is this from the date?" I was like, "Is God punishing me?" But now I realize that I have a stalker that the police department and the government's enforcing his abuse. So, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah. So this officer just lied and said that they talked to me, and they did. No one has taken a report. They're covering up for a lot of crimes that the court and multiple other parties committed.
Okay. Well, you can call a substation and speak to a supervisor.
They won't let me speak with a supervisor covered for it. She's lying and saying it's civil and she can't do anything. That's a blatant lie. She has a responsibility to report it over to the FBI and proper law enforcement. But out of corruption, she's depriving me of that right.
You can call our headquarters.
I don't understand why 911 or the non-emergency line consistently keeps covering up for crimes. Hacking a phone network is a criminal offense, even if the government commits it and then denies law enforcement to investigate it. And then tells the providers to enforce the crime. I am calling you because I'm trying to do a police report. You're forgetting that. And the police department, as well as multiple others, wouldn't take the report. I don't know why they're escalating their abuse. What happened behind the scenes that I may not be aware of.
You need to speak with a supervisor, ma'am. Or
I'm sorry?
manager. You need to speak with a manager or a supervisor.
They're depriving me of that right. Someone just came. She claimed she was a sergeant and was covering for it. I'm trying to get with someone that has integrity to figure out why these police officers are risking
That's
felonies.
why you need to speak to it.
Ma'am, I'm not being heard. What's your name?
My name's Ann.
I'm not being heard. I'm at the police department. I'm targeted. Multiple police departments have done this chaos repetitively over and over again.
Ma'am, I'm not the person to talk to in regard to this.
You are, ma'am. This is an emergency line, and I'm trying to report a crime, and the police department is committing crimes, depriving me of that as well as you.
Okay,
You are.
Do you want me to send an officer to you?
Yes, someone that's not going to tamper
what's
with
your
evidence.
address,
Yes, they
ma'am?
won't take the report.
What's
I'm
your
at
address?
South Central Patrol.
Okay, and what is your name?
It's Kiana.
It's Kiana?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's really hard. First
so
off,
you're
I need to
already
get
at
you
South
scammers
Central.
off my line that keep tampering with evidence, sitting out corrupt police.
Okay,
That's a
ma'am.
start. I'm never going to get anything resolved if I keep speaking with scammers that the government set up on my phone.
Okay, ma'am. I can give you the headquarters, the Jack Evans, and you can call and speak to someone.
They tried to take me to jail for reporting identity theft, ma'am. This scale of corruption is
there's nothing
inexcusable.
else. I can either put a call in for police.
Yes,
or
please
I
do
can
that.
give you.
Please do that.
But you're already at the police station.
I want to get an officer that will take a report. Why are they enforcing my daughter's child abuse? That's a crime. Not reporting
Ma'am, I
suspected
have
child.
no idea.
Well, you're
What
doing it. I'm reporting child abuse. Why would you cover for it? You have no
Ma'am,
right to
I'm
cover
not
for
covering
that.
for it. I don't think anybody's covering
Okay,
for
well,
it.
I'm trying to report
Who's
child abuse.
abusing
They
your
won't take the
child?
report.
Who's abusing your child?
The multiple parties. They're just tampering with
Who?
evidence. Multiple parties. The police department, CPS, multiple parties
The
are.
police department's abusing your child?
What they're doing is they're enforcing.
Well, how are they abusing your
I'm
child?
trying to tell you, ma'am, and you're interrupting. They're enforcing.
How are they abusing your child?
Ma'am, are you trying to psychologically? I'm trying to tell you, and you keep interrupting me.
Okay, ma'am, I can give you the Jack Evans.
You just
phone
asked me
number.
how
You
they
can
were
call
abusing
them.
my child, ma'am, and then you won't let me tell you.
Okay, you're at the police station right now, correct?
Right. They won't take a
Okay.
report. I repetitively kept saying that.
Ma'am, then you need to ask for a supervisor.
They won't give me a supervisor. The one that came was tampering with evidence. I want to be able to
Okay,
report
well-
child abuse. They won't take a child abuse report.
Okay, ma'am, then you're at the police. I can't.
They won't take a
there's nothing
child.
I
Yes, you
put in
can.
for
You can dispatch somebody out. They won't tamper with
Police
evidence.
station.
I'm reporting a crime the police is committing. I'm trying to report police committing crime. How can I report a police committing a crime?
You have to talk to a supervisor. supervisor.
They won't give me one. She won't take the
Go to
crime.
another station.
Why won't you take it? I'm tired of having to go around place to place and have criminals set up. Why won't you do your job as an operator and dispatch out
Because if
someone?
I send, they're going to go. You're already at the location where they're going to send you an officer from, and you already said.
Go
they're not
ahead
going
and
to
do it.
anything.
I want the evidence of these crimes, the magnitude of these
All
crimes
right,
that are being
ma'am,
committed.
our Jack Evans headquarters.
Ma'am, dispatcher, I'm trying to report child abuse. You're covering for it, ma'am. Dispatcher, officer
I'm
out.
not. Okay, give me the address, ma'am.
It's South Central Patrol.
What is the address?
Ma'am, why won't
I
you
need the address, ma'am.
why are you making things difficult, ma'am?
We ask everybody for their address when they call to put in a call for police.
It's 1999.
We already have a call in.
Why do you keep interrupting when I talk, ma'am? I started talking. Okay, so when I started talking to you, you finally realized that after you had me look it up?
Well, I had to look at when you were giving me the information.
I need to speak with your supervisor. Let me speak with your supervisor. You guys need to be
Hold on
exposed.
one moment,
The
ma'am.
conspiracy needs to be exposed. The crimes. All of it. So I guess this person needs help so he can flee the scene of his crime. She ironically came in and kept staring me down. I'm just going through this. I have to be my own investigator. I'm reporting him. He's outside. Let's see if he leaves. He just committed a felony, as well as multiple officers here, and consistently keep getting away with it. So I'm on hold. So, if you could just imagine the amount of terror, we get ran off roads and, violated, false arrest violated in jail, how much pressure and emotional distress would one be under to go to law and get violated there? Yes, ma'am.
I have my supervisor, Miss Proctor, on the phone.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Miss Clark. Hello, Miss Clark. You today?
What's your name?
Supervisor Proctor.
Have we spoke before?
No, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. How can I help you?
Yes, I've had multiple 911 operators cover for crimes that I was experiencing. I have been getting threatened in the background, attacked, robberies, and multiple parties. It was a snake in front of my tent, a poisonous snake, and I got a video in my feed stating that something would happen that day. And then I saw this poisonous snake, and 911 kept hanging up when I was trying to get animal control or some help. It was a huge snake right in front of the tent I was forced to live in out of corruption. So I called at CPS when there was a crime being committed there, and then they lied and tried to cover up for crimes there. Then I'm at a police department, they've been detaining me and covering up for a lot of crimes here at South Central Patrol. Even crimes were involving mail theft. I told them that my sister wouldn't give me my mail. They covered for it. They came out, wouldn't do a report, covered for it. I explained to them the post office would not give me my mail either, and I told them to hold my mail. I wrote civil rights activists all over the United States, all kinds of places. I did this major campaign. Everywhere I go, kept covering for crimes, even on my phone. So I started using mail, and they sabotaged that. Even to this day, my mail is sabotaged and controlled. But today, I want to know why 911 operators are hanging up in my face, covered up for crimes, tampering with evidence, and interrupting the 911 call or emergency call is a crime. And I don't know why several operators would cover for that. And I want them to get their charges. It needs to stop. So can you pull the calls and figure out why multiple operators would tamper with evidence and sabotage my right to dispatch and lie to prevent me from having police officers dispatched out?
Okay, we can investigate what's going on. So you're saying you called multiple times and operators are refusing service for you?
Yeah, they hung up in emergencies. I was getting attacked, ran off roads. I saw a huge water moccasin in front of my tent when I got a message in my feed.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now you're saying they're refusing your service, and then you said they're running you off the road.
I've been ran off. They're refusing. Ma'am, people disregard and deflect and, play games. I was ran off the road, and they would refuse dispatch out with activity like that occurring.
Okay.
Yes, emergencies were happening, and that's a crime for the 911 operators to deprive someone of dispatching emergencies, and nothing has been done about it, and it's been going on years.
Okay, ma'am, when did this happen the last time, please?
It happened today, 2 times today. It happened at CPS. She was trying to cover for crimes, and then I told her she was blatantly lying, and then they decided to go ahead and dispatch out the officer. Earlier today, they tried to prevent me from dispatch. I told them multiple police won't take reports, and they're committing a crime openly. I wanted someone to take a report. It is inexcusable for me to go to multiple different police departments and they refuse to take reports from me out of corruption. It's sick. But they've done it over and over again. So since they were refusing reports at a whole police department, can you dispatch out someone that will? And then in addition to that, can you dispatch out someone that has integrity that will see why these police repetitively keep committing crimes and depriving me of law enforcement and reports?
Okay, Ms. Clark. So what we can do is, because it's showing that you're already at a substation, correct?
Right, but there was already an operator that said that that talked to a supervisor. The other operator, she said that she couldn't dispatch out an officer to see why these officers were depriving me of reports routinely.
I'm not for sure what the operator told you, but you're already
Pull it. I'm not being heard. I'm not being heard.
Okay.
Multiple 911 operators commit the crime of interrupting a 911 call. It's criminal.
Okay.
They've been doing it for years. Pull the call. You have a response. You're a supervisor?
Ms. Clark, can you please just let me finish a statement or two, please? Okay, so what I'm trying to explain to you currently at this time, you are at a substation, you are with officers that can take your report. We cannot take a report. We will not be able to send officers to you because you are with officers at
You
this
just said
time.
someone was dispatched out, ma'am. It's why are you lying? You can't get your lie straight. You just said that officers were already on call. Now you're saying
I did not say officers. I said you are at a substation, so officers are on your call. If you're standing in a substation, which you're at, South Central Substation, standing there, the officers are there.
they want to take a report.
Those are your officers. I can't tell the officers to take a report. That is not my job. The only thing
Your
I
job
can do
is if I'm reporting police committing crimes, your job is to get someone out that will abide by the law. Just because it's police officers committing a crime.
No, ma'am. What you need to do is those officers right there, have them call their sergeant to come speak to you.
The sergeant already tampered with evidence. She wouldn't take a report.
Okay, so I can't do anything with it, ma'am. We only take calls. And right now, we can't take a call if you're already...
They've been getting away with this chaos years, breaking into my phone. I rung the doorbell.
Miss Clark, listen to me.
Ma'am, we're deflecting, ma'am. Ma'am, we're deflecting. We're deflecting, ma'am. 911 operators committed crimes, ma'am. Ma'am, I asked to speak with a supervisor. You're covering up for 911 operators committing crimes, ma'am. Something happened. They're escalating their abuse. Someone really, really powerful has to be behind all this chaos. My life's already in jeopardy. I don't know if they're escalating it because of what's going on with Trump. I don't know if he'll ever get his charges, what's going on, but hey, there's a lot of chaos. You have to have some inside connections for chaos like this, what we're seeing. So my life's already in jeopardy. Are they escalating it because something's going on with Trump? I need to speak with another supervisor. Yeah, you guys are denying me a report. I want to get to the bottom of why this consistently keeps happening. This is what they did in the past. They would not take reports, period. I was panicking, going through all, they would not. And bullied me, assaults, interrupted me at some support groups, domestic violence. Now I can't even go to one, period. Civil rights violations. So they'll have me sit here. It's the law doing it, the government. So I have a choice because it's being ran by the government. Like I said, I know people didn't believe me. People looked like they were Secret Service guarding IBOC. And when I tried to beg for my life at IBOC, the Secret Service people, those are the ones that drug me out the church and threw me on the concrete. So I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what these people are into. They're depriving me. She's now saying that they need to call right care. No, you need to call the FBI. You are the ones committing a crime. Don't try to intimidate me with FBI. Call the feds. Call them. You don't know what they're going to do. Some people have hearts and don't think that you are a detriment to society, running the government. Not everybody's sick like you and enforce child abuse. Some people have integrity. Just because it's not very much here don't mean that it's nowhere to be found. So if you want to call someone, call the FBI, the Department of Justice. Call some undercovers. Call them. And if anything, you need right care. Walking off in the middle of someone doing a report thinking that's okay. You guys need to speak with them. You can't be here to serve, tampering with evidence, committing felonies, and interrupting me doing reports and sabotaging the report because it's on body cam footage. You can't be here to protect and serve. Trying to call right carry out to enforce crimes. It was criminal. I mean, how do you get sick enough to steal child support payments and go back in 10 years and commit crimes? Break into someone's phone to prevent them from escaping your abuse, contacting attorneys, that's pretty sick. You need right care. I want to report the stalker. You guys need to talk to, I need to call right care on you. But send them out so I can call them on you because you guys need to talk to them. So he's taunting me because he knows they're controlling my phone. Call him, knowing that I'll never reach him. Knowing full blown, well, that's why they're so confident. So it is draining. They do have more power than me. They've gotten away with it years. I've tried to express to them about digging the hole, and then when they fall in the hole, when you dig a hole from someone else, you fall in it. As far as the people that sit here and witness this chaos going on and do nothing, that's for you as well. You have a responsibility for seeing this chaos to do something. They report it, get it out, subscribe, share. This puts your life in risk. If they do not have enough self-control to keep themselves under control and there's no consequences for our government, what are we getting, what's to become? Look at the chaos at the White House. This is getting scary. The insurrection or whatever you want to call it. And then everybody is, validating that experience. It's okay. We just was a little out of control, breaking in. We didn't really mean to, break the windows out and all these people died. It was just on accident. We were just trying to peacefully protest. But Donald Trump is being violated. I mean, I'm already getting violated. And then my life's already in jeopardy. I'm just trying to make people see that something needs to be done. I've tried to make people see this a long time and still the same chaos. So I tried to say it years, what do you do? It's the law breaking the law. What do you do?